Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are back in Caras Galadhon in Lothlorien. Are we? Yes, we are. So we were doing some of the quest here. And we're going to start with bringing the arrow to Nurleth, which is... She is at Tulane Glorloth. She should be... Let's see if I can remember where she's at. Let's say near the entrance, right? I think that is the flat right up here near the entrance. And we still have 3 more places in here to find. At least 2 of them are going to be easy. Ah, I was right. It is right near the entrance. Nurlith looks at you silently for a moment before taking the arrow from you and examining it sadly. It is most kind of Kuban to have worked so long on this arrow in memory of my husband. Their friendship was very important to Fangris, and he spoke often of Kuban's skill at bow making and arrow fletching. Fangris. Her fingers trace the pattern on the fletching, and she no longer seems aware of your presence. After a moment, Nurlith looks up again. "'Tis a fine arrow indeed, Medriel, but Fangris would not want it wasted on the arcs." Nurlith is silent for a moment. "Do not misunderstand me, Medriel. I am grateful for Kuban's thoughtful gift of this arrow, and I am pleased that the arcs could be made to pay for the death of my husband, but it is not enough. I cannot put into words how important Fangris was to me, but vengeance upon the arcs would in no way repay them for what they have taken from me. No, instead I want the memory of my husband to live on in Lothlorien. I want to tell my people what he was, and why it is such a sorrow that he is gone. There's a lonely tree on the bank of the Anduin, just east of Imlad Lalaith. Bring this arrow to that tree, and set it at its base. Fangris and I would watch the sun rise in the east, sitting by that tree, and I would like this arrow to remain there in remembrance of him." Okay, well, that's a very sweet sentiment. Also, it's going to take us outside of Caras Galadhon again, so we'll wait on it. We still have a few more pages left to find. 2. Is there one up here somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, now I know we're missing at least 2 other quests. Perhaps more. Huh. Maybe there's a page up here somewhere. You get dizzy doing this. Round and round and round and round and round we go. I have to check that flat next door too. I don't see anything here. Too bad you can't just jump over, but I don't think you can do that even on a horse. Where were we overlooking? See, we were up there. I think we were already here. Oh, but we do need to talk to this guy here.
Hail! What brings you to Lothlorien?
You have delivered the limbus to the guards, Medriel. Very good. Take this for your trouble, and know you have made them feel that their service is appreciated as surely as it is by every member of the city. Alright, so we just got a Lothlorien gold leaf from that. While we're up here, we're going to just make one quick run. It does not look like there are any pages here. I guess technically that's one of those quests if you're really doing everything. Just do it as you come along, as you go. And don't worry about rushing to find every page. Now, like I said, there are at least 2 more quests here. Of course, I don't always remember where every single quest in this place is.
Will you aid the Galadhon?
Something strikes me as odd about Aragorn, Elisar. Something strikes me as odd about Aragorn Elisar, Medriel. I received a message from Milwyn at Caran Amroth requesting his presence, and he declined. He was very polite, but I do not understand why he would not wish to return there. The rest of his company has spent some time at Caran Amroth in leisure, but he has not done so. Perhaps he needs a reminder of the beauty of the hill. Travel to Caran Amroth and retrieve a bloom of Eleanor from Milwyn. Bring it back here and give it to Aragorn in the company's pavilion. He will surely agree that the beauty of Caran Amroth is such that he must return there. You will find Milwyn by the arches on the western side of the hill of Caran Amroth, north of Caras Galadhon. Okay, so that's also going to take me outside.
Tarry a moment and speak with me.
Did you see it, Medriel? A shrew just came running by, dragging a small pouch behind it. I believe that shrew has stolen Master Peregrine's pipeweed pouch and all the Galanus contained therein. If you can find that shrew before Peregrine awakes, I can set the pouch back, and he will never know anything was amiss. I want his visit to Caras Galadhon to be a pleasant one, unmoored by any theft. The shrew ran to the north, in the direction of those descending steps. Follow him and keep watch for any elves that may have seen which direction he ran. Yes, it's an absolutely silly quest.
Welcome to Lothlorien.
You're looking for that shrew? It ran down the steps right past me. I saw it head southeast and up the winding steps that climb up to Tulane Nadwil. If you hurry, you might still catch it. Southeast. Where? Well, this is southeast.
Welcome to the Golden Wood.
I did see that shrew you mentioned. He ran to the southwest across the covered bridge. Well, at least that was clearer. First directions were about as clear as mud.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
A shrew did run by here, soaking wet, but he did not seem to be carrying anything. I am sorry to not be of any more help than that. Soaking wet, huh? You find the pipeweed pouch. Some of the pipeweed has been used to make a shrew nest. Oh, how silly. It is a silly quest. Oh. Okay, so that's Tulane Gloraloth. There's a ring. Anything we're interested in. No, I guess not. Plus it's up. Which it likely is. Okay, shortcuts don't always work here. We'll get to her quest in a second. Well, I'll take it. Oh, I'm sorry, it's his.
The Lord and Lady have need of your services.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not. That's one quest. It's a timed quest. And you really do have to know the city pretty well to successfully do it. Because he's going to have you running from place to place. And, yeah, like I said, you really do have to know your way around the city to do that one successfully. And honestly, I don't know my way around the city well enough to do that one. Not without some sort of guide. company's pavilion. We must have rode right past it. This is the company's pavilion.
What news from abroad?
You found it, Medriel, and I am glad too that you did not disturb the nest the shrew was building. I'm sure Peregrine would be pleased to know that he helped in some small part to provide a home for the shrew and his family. What other Galanus can claim so much? Still, I am glad you recovered it before he awoke. I will replace it at once, and he need not be the wiser. Thank you for your quick action. Right, so that's another leaf.
Greetings. If you have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
Megalon and Medriel. This carpeted path winds its way up this tree, the mightiest Lothlorien in all of Lothlorien, until it arrives finally just beneath the house of Celeborn. You should climb your way up and speak with Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel outside their house, and tell them what you think of your stay here in Caras Galadhon so far. Additionally, it will be a good excuse to see the view from high atop the Lothlorien. Alright, so we get to climb up, 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 up. And I guess this is supposed to be carpet. Arched elf. Good to know where he's at. You have discovered the house of Celeborn. The telling of your deeds precedes your arrival.
We do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
You have come to Caras Galadhon, Medriel, and it is hoped that you will do what you can to ensure its safety and the well-being of its people.
Is it your fate to help us thus, or a whim of choice?
Welcome to Caras Galadhon, Medriel. I hope you have had a comfortable stay in our city, and that you will carry the memory of it with you when again you depart. Most of these quests, aside from giving you rep and gold leaves, are a way of touring the city. So that's, I think, their main use, is to help familiarize you with where everything is.
Welcome to the Golden Wood.
I am pleased that you visited the Lord and Lady Medriel, and trust you are welcomed by them to Caras Galadhon. Good. They are always gracious to their guests. Take this golden leaf as a keepsake of your visit. Alright, so that one is done. There we go. And that is Celeborn. And we have completed City of the Lord and Lady. And we got 5 LOTRO points and 30 marks. And of course some virtue points. Alright.
The Galadhon will need your aid.
Megalon and Medriel, if you are willing to help me with a simple task, I would be most grateful. This fountain is Lothlorien, and the water is both refreshing and invigorating. I have filled pitchers with its cool water, and would appreciate your help delivering the pitchers to parched elves throughout Caras Galadhon. Just pick one up from the terrace here, and bring it to a parched elf. Then return here for another pitcher. There are 3 locations in which I would have you bring pitchers of water. Parched elves between Tulane and Nedwill, at the base of the ladder that climbs up to the House of Celeborn, and at a gathering of musicians north of here. Alright. So, it is timed. Although it usually gives you plenty of time to get where you're going. In fact, yeah, they've slowed this down to the point where it's almost... You can get lost 3 times and still have enough time to deliver. Oh. But it wants you to do it in a certain order. I just realized that. I guess it's always been that way. I just didn't notice. That happens. Well, like I said, it gives you lots and lots of time. So even with that flub, you can see I still have plenty of time to get this done. Thank you. I will distribute this water to those on the flets above. Okay, so the next one she wants me to do is the gathering of musicians. And after that, we get to head out to Corinne Emroth, and then out to the vineyards. To do the rest of the quest. Pitcher of water. And we've seen the musicians a couple times because we've passed them. There they are. Thank you for this cool water. The musicians will be most grateful. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now we take the pitcher to the House of Celeborn. Yes, I did find the shrew, but thank you. Alright, final picture goes to the House of Celeborn. Although I honestly think it would have been the first place. The waters must appreciate it. I will distribute it to the Lord and Lady. I think it's for you. We need to go back to Nimbus.
What news from abroad?
Very good, Medriel. The cool water of the fountain will refresh the parched throats of my kinsmen. Take this with my thanks. Alright, so our next step is to head out to Kryn Amroth. And then from there, we can stable over to the vineyards. I was going to say, did I go the right way? But yeah, I just passed the stable, so I did go the right way. Unfortunately, that stable won't take us to Kryn Amroth. It will take us to Moria, though. Speaking of Moria, I do believe we still have some quests that we have not done there, which we will get back. We will get back to at some point. Ah, that's Elrond's sons. They have nothing to do with the quest here.
Hail, friend, and well met.
But yeah, I know for certain there's some pickup quest in Doran's Hall that we haven't done. Well, this is certainly a friendly challenge, Medriel. I will give you a bloom of Eleanor, possessing such beauty that Aragorn Elisar will be captivated at once, and will have no choice but to return. I must confess, I can think of no reason for him to decline my invitation here. He seemed to be quite happy during his prior visits. It is a mystery I cannot unravel. With a smile, Milwyn hands you a bloom of the Eleanor that grows upon the hill. Bring that to Aragorn in the company's pavilion in Caras Galadhon, Medriel, and he will hasten to gaze upon the hill of Kryn Amroth again. I hate to tell you, but it don't work that way. Okay.
Sweet Melon.
Now off to the vineyard. Alright, so first we want to go off to this flat, which is here somewhere. Can't remember which side of the hedge it's on. I think it's on the other side of the hedge. Wait a second. It's not here at all. Okay. But there is something here. And that is the tree that we need to place the arrow at.
The Dark Lord's eye turns towards Lorien, but he cannot yet see us.
Megovan and Medriel, this is a beautiful place to watch the sun rise in the morning. Anduin sparkles like gold in the light of the sun. and like silver by the light of the moon. The tree there sees them all. Okay, so... Ah. It's over here. Oh, it is in Caras Galadhon. Okay. Well, we did have to come out here anyway, so it wasn't a wasted trip. And what am I doing? I can just pour it back there. Plain Nedwill. It is... way around on the other side. It's probably the place that's covered in leaves, which I've been to like a couple of times and didn't realize that's where I needed to go. It'd be this place here, yeah. Find the flat where the canopy of leaves intrudes. Oh, canopy of leaves is definitely intruding. Okay. Not the spot. Some folk meet their doom in Lorien, but Lorien does not bring doom to... Okay. Nope. Oh, this one's annoying. Ooh, I almost fell off. Gotta be a little more careful than that. This place within the canopy matches Lothlorien's description. You peer into the distance, but Lothlorien's dream remains that, just a dream. Alright, so now we have 3 quests to turn in.
What news from abroad?
You do not see anything, Metriel. I am saddened to hear it, but will not give up hope that my dream will one day come true. I will go myself to Talain Nedwil every day, and perhaps one day I will see the side of a great eagle bearing forth Mithrandir. I thank you for supporting me in this, even if it may seem futile to you. Mithrandir has fallen, but the lesson he taught to me is that even in dark times we must hope for bright days to come. Take this as a token of my friendship. I wonder how many leaves I have now. 7. 7 leaves and 47 branches. And should I choose to get anything else, can't redo these. They are one and done. But I can do dailies, and I believe the ones near the Ark Camp also give gold leaves. Welcome, Medriel, to Caras Galadhon. My company has been given this pavilion for our use, but I have not seen many of them today, just young Peregrine, and he seems comfortable enough. You hand him the bloom of Eleanor, and a cloud passes in front of his face. For a moment, Aragorn seems to see only the golden flower. Then the cloud passes, and Aragorn once again meets your gaze. My heart will dwell always on Corinne Amroth, Medriel, and the memory of those fair days is pleasant. Thought of them keeps my feet walking the long road. I will not return to Corinne Amroth until the long road is ended, whether it be at the end of this journey or the longest. Tell Millwheel it is not despite the beauty of Corinne Amroth that I stay away, but because of it. But my heart sang when I was there, as it always did, and always will. Aragorn looks again at the bloom of Eleanor, and is transported to some distant memory. He knows you not, and you feel you have an answer for Millwheel. Millwheel.
Be wary, traveler. Orcs have come down from the mountains.
Well, did you succeed in my friendly challenge? Millwheel listens to your description of your encounter with Aragorn, and his face falls. I had no idea, Medriel. I did not suspect that Aragorn would have such a reason for not returning to Corinne Amroth. I am filled with regret for the asking, and yet my heart tells me that Aragorn Elisor will one day walk again among the trees and climb the hill of Carin Emroth and stand there again in happiness. Will it be before his long road is ended? I cannot say. I thank you for this, Medriel. And one more to turn in. And that would leave, after that, the only thing being the flat runner. And like I said, I clearly don't know the city well enough to be doing a timed quest that requires me to run something from flet to flet as fast as possible. But at least we have finished the deed here to find all the locations. And at some point we should finish the deed to find all the flets in Lothlorien altogether. So, where is she? Ah. Nurleth is silent for a moment and then gives you a brief smile. You have been a great comfort to me in my sorrow, Medriel. I wish only you had been able to meet Fangris, for he would have delighted to hear tales of your adventure. Thank you for listening to my grief, friend Moonkeeper. You will be a friend to me always for this. Well, fortunately, being an elf myself, we'll have plenty of time to catch up when we sail west. Alright, so we've completed those quests here. And we now have... Where did they go? 9 gold leaves and 47 silver branches. I'm trying to think of all the stuff that was up there. There's nothing I absolutely have to get here. And some of the other stuff is, like I said, scattered at other places. We could go check Carin Emroth. I don't think there's a vendor there. I think they're at the orc camp. We'll go take a look and see real quick.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Wonder if elk really make a sound like that. I don't know. I've never personally met an elk. Reminds me, let me take a look. Urbanian, Lorien Lookout. 1, 2, 3. So we're missing 5 of them. Okay. Wander of the Golden Wood. Oh, we're also missing the Garden of Memory and the Quiet Garden. So we have 2 exploration deeds left to do here. Maybe we'll try doing those real quick next time. Real quick. Probably not real quick. Especially not the tail ends.
With the Lord and Lady?
So here's where I got the Lorien fancy robe that she's wearing. There's also a long sleeve Lorien tunic and trouser, which I don't know if you can see. I cannot scale that up. But that's what that looks like. It's not that bad. Although, I don't think it looks that great on her. That's why I didn't get it. There's teal wall paint, which we can obviously not look at because she's not a house. There's a Lorien bench, which actually I kind of wish you could preview some of the housing items. Like, click on it and open up a box, shows you what it looks like. There's a Lorien lantern post, the Lorien trellis, a Caras Galadhon tapestry, and of course you can trade branches for leaves and leaves for branches. So if you wanted to trade leaves for okay, it takes 15 branches to get one leaf. It takes one leaf to get 5 branches. So it's a pretty bad exchange rate. If you wanted to, say you got a gold leaf and then you was like, oh no, I need the branches instead. If you try to go back, you're still losing 10 branches in the process. So if you're going to trade, make absolutely certain that you want to.
What news from abroad?
And we have Lorien music boxes. The music raises the spirit of those nearby, inspiring them to dance. So this is a consumable item, and for 10 branches you get 8 of them. Lorien theme, this is a housing item. Caras Galadhon theme, also a housing item. And it, of course, a selection of elven music that you can put in your house, and then that would be what you would hear. So if you happen to like the ambient music in one of these places, well, they're good to have. And it looked like they were 10 or 15 branches
What news
apiece.
from abroad?
10 branches apiece. So they're not even that expensive. Alright. I think we can actually hang out here for now. And then next time we will see about finishing up the 2 exploration deeds here in Lothlorien. But until then, bye for now.